Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 24 creator team here on the PS5 with Brabham Racing. Round 22 of Season 3 tonight and potentially the championship decider. We won the constructor standings last night. Can Oscar win the driver standings tonight? Let's find out as we head back into Nevada and the American and the United States for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. So yeah, big potential night for Oscar here to become world champion. If he wins the race tonight, it doesn't matter where Ocon finishes, he will be world champion. Obviously, things will be a little bit different. If he does not win, then there will not be enough of a points margin, I don't think. Not entirely sure on all the permutations. I just know that Oscar wins is enough. I think he'll win by like 6 points if he then doesn't score any points for the rest of the season. However, if he finishes second and takes the fastest lap to Ocon, he may still win the World Championship. It will be very, very interesting to see if we can clinch it tonight. Anything below second and the fastest lap could still win it, but then it becomes dependent on whether Ocon wins. So we have a really, really good chance of clinching the title tonight, and let's see if we can actually go ahead and achieve that, which would be wonderful. Why do I not have any chat showing? That's very weird. It's telling me to try YouTube Kids, an app made just for children. Did I turn the wrong thing on? Oh, I did. I put it on made for kids. Whoops. There we go. Let's fix that. I normally say, no, it's not made for kids. There we go. There's live chat. Whoops, a daisy. How you doing, Wayne? Good to see you. If anyone is struggling to open the chat, just close the video and then reopen it. And then that will get rid of the prompt to sign into YouTube Kids. Yeah, little mistake on my part there. How you doing, Clark? Good to see you. Right, where are we? 17 days away from Vegas. So we have a little bit of time to move forward. We're not going to make any more spare parts. We should hopefully, if we look at the warehouse, have enough to get us going through the last 3 events. Side pods will potentially be a bit of an issue, and we do have a side pod being manufactured. It's 1 day away, and then that's it. Anything that breaks from this point on, we're just going to try and replace on Oscar's car with older spec parts and give all the best stuff we can to George in his hopes of taking third in the driver's standings. Now you can see the current standings as things are. George is currently trailing Lando by 21 points. So we do need some good results for George. Evening, Delano. How are you tonight? Right, let's advance time. There is our spare side pod, which will go on the car straight after this Grand Prix, because it will break, on George's car after Vegas. And we are definitely going to be moving George on next year. The question is, do we promote Kimi Antonelli, who will be joining us at the beginning of the season next year, to take his seat, or do we try and sign Max Verstappen? And it's a decision I will leave in your hands. I will be popping up a poll We might not be able to do it immediately at the start of the season because George will have just started a brand new contract, a new 1-year deal to get rid of that break clause. We may have to wait potentially a couple of months before we can do it, but we will try and make that change before the first race if we can. We've got a problem with the factory. Well, that's fine. We don't need to use the factory now, so we're going to approve the shutdown. It's already in slightly rough shape, so we certainly don't want it getting any worse. Yes, I know we have some low stock there. That's fine. Facility upgrades. That is the hospitality? No, it's the memorabilia. I knew I'd upgraded one of the two. Let's go to do the facility. We have no money, 156k. So, yeah, no more upgrades going there. But that now gives us a maximum level 5 on the memorabilia room, which has given us a nice boost of 20 points there on our team marketability. That's mainly for next season rather than this. But obviously improving the team mentality is also a nice little bonus as well. Evening, Mohammed. I would love to respond to what you said, but it needs to be in English, unfortunately, if you want me to be able to read it. Okay, so we have our November survey results. George's biggest issue is his performance against Oscar, which is kind of understandable. Everyone else, relatively good. Peter Pedromo's biggest concern is one of our facilities in pretty rough shape. That's probably the factory. Everyone else, pretty happy. Oscar, a little neutral on his salary, would like a little bit more. We will probably give him a new deal at some point next season. And George and Marcus have kissed and made up. They are now, or about to, kiss and make up. They are now scheduled for a meeting to resolve the issues that they've been having. Gained about an extra 100k, up to 253 now. These are the standings going into this week's or tonight's race. There you can see Oscar ahead of Ocon. We've already won the Constructors' Championship. The factory no longer shut down. No signs of structural damage. We have our underfloor research project done, but we do not have the funds to start another one. That'll have to wait till after Vegas. But that's only a few days away, so that's not too bad. And we'll get our sponsor money after the Grand Prix as well, which will be helpful. Really helpful. That should hopefully pay to upgrade the design center. We also do need to fix the factory, ready for next season. So weather-wise, expecting it to be warm. Well, warm for, evening in the desert, but yeah, considering it's 7 and 8 on the Thursday and Friday, 12 with sun is actually warm for Vegas. So that'll be interesting to see what that does to our tire wear. Might have to use the hard tires, which is something I normally don't try and do, but we might have to this time. Let's take a look at our driver mentality. George's stats has slipped a little bit. That's a shame. Oscar looking as mighty as ever. His stats have actually gone up slightly, so he has an overtaking of 92 now, which means if he gets into max confidence, he will have 100 across the board on his cornering, braking, overtaking, defending, and accuracy. I think he's defending one of them. Don't know if defending is one of them. I think it's reactions and accuracy and then overtaking along with cornering and braking. So he will have 100 across the board when he hits maximum confidence. Fantastic. give them the best possible chance of winning tonight. Let's see. What do I want to get done? I get the feeling I need to be doing something, and I'm not quite sure what. Yeah, suspension sim has now gone. Team hub has now gone. Hospitality has gone. Not worried about the ballroom. Evening, Farah. It was Red Bull who won it in season 1, was it? Ferrari did get it in season 2. Thank you, Farah. Yeah, so I wasn't sure if McLaren maybe pinched it last season. All right, I think we are ready. Let's see what our targets are. 8th and 13th. Once again, we have a race day appearance for George, which will hurt his performance slightly, but he'll be clear of any responsibility like that after today. We will put that onto Oscar. Factory, not an issue. We're not using the factory now, hopefully, for the rest of the year. And the wind tunnel hire, not ideal, but it's about to come to an end. That'll finish after the Grand Prix, and we'll get a nice chunk of change for that as well. So targets are set. Let's head to Vegas.
Welcome to the Silver State of Nevada for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Here we are in the entertainment capital of the world as Formula One prepares to take over the Las Vegas Strip. As night falls, the stars will be coming out, and we're in for a spectacular show, both on and off the track. Last round was a dream weekend for race winner Oscar Piastri, the Australian showing his mettle against the best of the best. Stay right here, because we're just getting started.
Finally caught up on getting all the thumbnails done and adding everything, updating titles and putting everything into the playlist as well. I've been a little lax with that recently for this series, but everything now bang up to date. And this video already has a thumbnail and is already in the playlist as well. So, if you are looking to catch up, on anything that you've missed, that's all been taken care of now. Right, we are going to put rookies in the car. We're going to give Oscar the evening off. I'm going to put Jack in his car. I'm going to keep Tommy on the sidelines. We're going to give Christian a run as well. We're going to go with soft tyres on both of them. We're going to go with, just 16 laps normally. So we want to go, hopefully, 30 laps will be enough to cover them off if they do get the setup right first time. The setup window is extremely narrow on this circuit. It's the margins are very, very tight between each setup. So if we get close, that's good enough for me. We don't need to hit 100. Not now that we have our feedback coming in from Jack and from Tommy on setup and car development. So we need to swap out the parts. There we go. Go with that ERS and that gearbox. And let's do the same on Christian as well. Have I already done that, apparently? I think I already did it for George. Why didn't I do that for Oscar then? Oh wait, did I just do... I just did George's car first. Whoops. It's Oscar's car I haven't done yet. There we go. I'll leave that gearbox in there. We still have another brand new gearbox. So, setup time. So we want an extremely low front wing. You know, could be anywhere between sort of like 1 and between 0 and 1. I think I'm going to start with a 0. I'm going to go with a 10.5. I'm going to push that all the way out to a 1.9. This is normally quite low. It's in the window of sort of like a 2.8 to 3 ish. So we'll go kind of in the middle on this one. We'll go a little bit higher on the toe. I'm going to actually go with a 1 on the front wing on that one as well. And then for Christian, we'll go slightly different. Once again, I'm going to go with a 1.9. I'm going to go a little higher on this one. I'm going to whack that all the way up. Going to go with the 10.5 again. And we'll take a little bit of extra wing off on the front on this car. And we'll try that. And let's see how close we can get with those setups. So a little bit of F1 news. A couple of deals have been confirmed today. Yuki is staying at VCarb. Liam Lawson has been promoted to Red Bull for next season. So while not yet official, it's expected that Isaac Kajar will step up into that seat alongside Tsunoda at Racing Bull for next season. And then Valtteri Bottas has announced that he is returning to Mercedes in the test role for next season. Which, you know, everyone saw coming. Especially with Mick not being re-signed for next season. Let's have a look. We've got Isaac Kajar in the Williams tonight. As we also have Pepe Marti in for Haas. Fuji in for Red Bull. He's been getting a lot of track time this year. Behrman's in for Ferrari. Gabriele Mini is in for Alpine. Antonelli's in for Mercedes. Could be his last outing in that car. I can never remember who EST is. Esterson. Yeah. Esterson is in for Sauber.
Okay, understood.
Who else do we have? Anyone else? Montoya in the other Sauber as well. We have some feedback from Jack. 91. That's pretty good. So I'm just going to leave him out there. What is his current development? 51% of his target for today's running, which will be the same then for Christian, I would imagine. We'll just need to wait for feedback from Christian now. We have a yellow flag. Just praying that my reserves don't do anything silly with the car. Let's say the plan now is to not buy or build any more replacement parts, but to just take them off of Oscar's car and put them onto George's if parts do break. Once we run out of spares. And downgrade Oscar to an older spec of car to give George his best chance of a top 3 finish. A little bit of Helldiving news for anyone who plays Helldivers. The Killzone pack went live yesterday. The Killzone crossover. And it was not cheap. It was not cheap. And there was a lot of backlash from the fans as to just how much it cost in terms of super credits. And while you can earn them in the game, especially whenever there's like a new battle pass, you seem to be able to find super credits a little bit more in the game as well. Not a new battle pass, sorry, a new war bond. The price of the items on the daily store was very high for the Killzone crossover pack. Very high indeed in comparison to what stuff normally costs. And they have responded. So they have apologized for perhaps overpricing it. And they said as it's their first crossover, they're still figuring things out. They had a second pack of Killzone stuff, which they were planning on rolling out later. Instead, what they've done is now issued that to everybody for free. So a second armor set and a couple of guns have now been given to everyone for free. And they've extended the window in the daily store from 5 days to 10 days for the original pack as well, because it is a limited time only pack, so that everyone has a chance to get it. So, they are listening to their fan base, which is good. They are responding, doing what needs to be done. And like I said, if you are a fan of Helldivers, maybe you haven't logged in for a few days, and you're a fan of Killzone as well, and you want that crossover stuff, you have 8 or 9 days left now to get it, rather than just a couple of days left. It's not cheap, but effectively you're paying for 2 sets of stuff, because you will have been given some stuff for free today. That's been rolled out for all players. Evening, Packins. EST is also Eastern Standard. Yes, it is. My first thought, though, whenever I see EST, on the leaderboard there, is I get that immediate little bit of confusion. I think, is it Paul Aaron? And it's like, no, it's not Aaron, because it's not the right letters, but Aaron's Estonian, and I always think Estonia when I see that EST. And that's why I naturally think of Paul Aaron.
Just give us some feedback on.
Oh, I've left these guys out way too long. What am I thinking? I should have pulled them in ages ago.
Hey, Phil.
Right, so let's make a few little tweaks. So the cornering needs to be changed. I'm going to guess it's going to go up. So we try and push that up to about there. Maybe that's the 3.2. And maybe that's the 0.5 that we put onto Christian's car. That moves the traction by the right amount. It moves the front wing by about the right amount. The rear wing hasn't really changed too much, so it shouldn't be an issue. We've reset the braking stability back to where it should be. And the cornering's moved about where it needs to. So, yeah, I'm going to go with that. And see how that works out. Make those changes. Get Mansell in. And yeah, It's a similar story. I think I'm going to switch these setups around. So what was it, 2.95, and we went with like a 0.65. Yeah, we'll give that a go. We'll just try switching them over and see if that works. Actually, no, it won't be that because they had different setup values. But, well, we'll see. We'll see how much of an improvement it makes to either car. If they were both the same distance away, so both at 91%, then that would be indicative of maybe having the right setup on the wrong car. But with different setup percentages, one of them is going to be right, one of them is not. Assuming that one of them is actually right. I'm actually going to take that down a little bit further. Push that back up a little bit more. There we go. So we have penalties for one of the Red Bulls. That is Ocon again. You think the fuel was only full up? Yeah, it was. That was never sending it back out again. It was just to be able to make the changes without having to change the tyres. Ricciardo has a penalty. Gasly has a penalty. Behrman, that's Leclerc, also with a penalty. Let's take a look at what these are for. So, Fuji is driving Ocon's car. Now, that had a new ERS in last time. Now it's got a new engine. Oh, god damn it. He's got a brand new powertrain. Possibly the fastest circuit. Or at least a circuit where the engine's going to be absolutely flat for the longest time down the strip. Damn it, that's going to make Ocon tricky to beat. That's going to make him very tricky to beat. Who else? Ricciardo and Gasly. So Ricciardo is also running a new powertrain. Gasly's running a new powertrain and a new gearbox as well. And Leclerc also has penalties. Where is Leclerc's car? There it is. He's also running a new. Oh man, we might not be able to win this tonight. This race. That's a lot of cars with brand new powertrains. I'm not as concerned about Ricciardo and Gasly, but with Norris having a reasonably quick car as things currently stand, his pace is always a threat. He's actually potentially going to have some issues with his gearbox today, which will help George. But with Leclerc and Ocon both having brand new powertrains, they are going to be a problem today. Absolutely. Perez has a penalty as well. And that Haas has shown moments where it's been very quick. Oh, his car's always completely new look. Carrying over the new engine from and the new gearbox from yesterday from Brazil, and also with a new ERS tonight, so he could be pacey. Oh boy, definitely some cars we're going to have to watch out for on this circuit. Right, main drivers are in. Let's fuel them up. So 16 laps. We want double plus a couple. Let's go with 36 laps of running. That should, I think, cover them for the whole session.
Green light.
take care with the hard curb usage.
Copy.
Getting very fast feedback from Oscar tonight. Not so quick from George.
How's the balance?
Oh, there we go. We've nailed it with Oscar. That's good.
Understood.
How's the mentality of the engineers? Good. But don't forget, George and Marcus have had some issues recently, so that might still be lingering. Sometimes I've noticed they're just really slow as well, occasionally. I mean, we should easily have had the feedback from George by now. We've got more than half an hour, we still haven't had that feedback yet. There we go, 91%. So we did improve the setup, but didn't get it perfect. Not the end of the world. We can still make some tweaks and changes, and we don't need to hit 100%. Not anymore. It's always nice to do so. Get my new gaming chair tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. Evening, Firearm and Mutiny. Oscar currently has enough of a points lead that if he wins the if he wins the race tonight, he will deny. Ocon will be mathematically 6 points short of the required points remaining. I think. Well, actually, no, I might have even got that wrong. The standings don't work properly in this screen. I think that is right. He has a 60-point lead, and if he wins tonight, then the maximum number of points available won't be enough. Oscar will finish like 6 points ahead, even if he then fails to score a point for the rest of the season. I think if he wins, if Ocon wins tonight, and Oscar comes second and gets the fastest lap, then if he doesn't score any more races, any more victories for the rest of the season, he'll be on 8 victories. Actually, no, he'll be on 7 victories still. And Ocon could win the world title if he wins the remaining races and Oscar doesn't score any points on win countback. Because Ocon currently has 6 wins, and that will take him up to 8 if he wins. We'll take him up to 9 if he wins tonight Qatar and Brazil. And then they'll be level on points and he'll have more wins and win the title that way. And then other permutations I haven't bothered working out because, yeah, we'll see. And as for not being poor for very long, it's the chair was £100 off, and I'm paying for it in instalments of £50 a month for the next 5 months. So it's not a flat out purchase. You know, Amazon. I'm doing it through Amazon instalments.
Are you happy with higher temp?
Tyre temps are still low.
One of your saves, Piastri became 2023 Verstappen. What, just won everything? Yeah, he's starting to get on a really good roll in my Porsche file. He's leading the championship in my second season with Porsche. Right, let's have a little look. That's too much. Let's bring that down. Bring that up a bit more. Actually, let's take that down even more. We go with that. 20 laps would be fine. Let's go 30 laps. I'm going to go with the mediums again. And then we want a little bit more running here as well.
Okay, that's green light.
Wake up those rear brakes.
Yeah.
I've sent you a link to the chair, Farah.
Just be mindful of curves. Copy.
You think the likes of Behrman and Antonelli can be OP? I think Antonelli, absolutely. He can become an absolute beast. I've seen so many people winning titles with Antonelli. I've not seen so much feedback about Behrman, but he is still a very talented rookie in this game. Oh, well, I said I sent you a link. Apparently, I haven't sent you a link. I just sent you a load of text. But you can use that to find it on Amazon.
Feedback on the car?
Copy that, yeah. Understood.
We'll send you a pic of it, though. There you go. Right. 98%. That is damn close. Damn close indeed. We have 100% feedback from Oscar, which means we'll be there with George as well. So we'll let them finish their 20-lap run and come on in. We don't need to keep them out for the rest of the session. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to call them in now. Save a little bit of wear on the car. And there we go, 100% prep for George as well. I could have gone for a cheaper chair, but I wanted something that is going to look after my back because I have a really, really bad back. And that is very highly rated for lumbar support. And there are better chairs out there as well for back support, but they are also more expensive. That is a solid mid-range priced chair. And a lot better, a hell of a lot better than some of the really cheap ones that are out there. I was thinking of getting the Corsair relaxed, which is like 150-ish. And then I saw, between 150 and 200, and then I saw that one, normally 350 down to 250, and I'm like, I've got to jump on that. Just unfortunately don't know what time it's turning up tomorrow yet. It's got a 12-hour delivery window, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sure. I certainly hope they don't turn up at 7 a.m. There we go. Practice is done. Our drivers are prepped and ready. Time for the all-important qualifying. And we are absolutely going to be doing slipstream qualifying tonight. They could, but then I would have to pay for a specific time slot, and I'm getting free delivery. So
qualifying is when F1's most
still, I'm getting it really quickly considering I only ordered it like yesterday.
With cars on full throttle down a huge section of the Las Vegas Strip, getting tires into the optimal temperature range will be crucial to setting a good time here.
Karun, there's Yuki Tsunoda. How would you describe things for him at the moment?
We saw them set an impressive lap time in practice, so it's a great start as they move into qualifying. But as we all know, a good performance in practice doesn't guarantee success over the rest of the weekend.
Buckle up then, folks. It's almost time for qualifying.
All right, best engine parts available. Would have liked an engine with a little bit more grunt in it, but we just need to score points. We don't necessarily need to win. And we can chip away at Ocon's ability to win over the next couple of races. It'd be nice to get it done tonight, but it's not. It's not crucial. It's not critical. More important is George getting a really strong result if he wants to hunt down Norris. All right, we are ready to send them out. We'll wait and see if we can get a slipstream run.
Sessions should be starting now.
Oh yeah, I've been doing some research on the chairs. There are a few that I was looking at, and out of the ones I was looking at and that I could afford, that one absolutely screamed at me. So George is out behind Hamilton, and Oscar's out behind George, and Alonso is leaving the pit lane behind us as well, although he might not be close enough for the full benefit of the slipstream. And we're getting that weird issue where we don't get an engine noise on board again. We had that at Vegas last season as well. And we do get it, but it's extremely quiet. It's really hard to hear it. Alonso is just a little bit too far back, which is excellent news for us. We're not going to give him a boost.
Circuit is all clear ahead now.
And we are off and flying.
Good to go.
Tyre temperature's still okay at the moment. We're happy at this tyre temperature. We'll keep an eye on it. Oscar, you've got a clear track ahead. Let's go.
If anything, Oscar's maybe a little bit too far behind George. Because George is only going to get closer to the back of Lewis. Evening, Victor. Anything might get a little bit too close. I've got no proper engine noise here either. This is background engine car noise that we can hear. It's like we're racing Formula E cars tonight. Weird how we always get this sound glitch at this track. So is George going to try and overtake Hamilton into the chicane at the end of the strip. He's thinking about it. Gets alongside. That's going to compromise both of them slightly. This is going to be a purple lap. It's going to be quicker than Hamilton's by far. Yeah, by 1.2 seconds in the end. And only 2/10 back for Oscar. That's not too bad.
That delta negative.
Alonso almost a second off.
Remember, the delta needs to be negative at the safety car line.
And that's it for us for this session, I hope. Leclerc is way up there. Perez is up there. I knew he would be. Ocon is up there. Hamilton and Alonso both in the drop zone right now. We'll keep an eye on both of them. And Hamilton is getting the tow that he needs behind Leclerc. Where is Alonso? Alonso's done another lap and he's gone top. Looks like he might have got a slipstream behind a Sauber. Was it Valtteri? No, Valtteri's in the pits. No, he didn't, because Enzo's on an in-lap. So maybe he just did that in clean air then. In which case, that's pretty impressive. Got engine noise for Hamilton. It's not us. Porcello as well, and the Saubers aren't as good as I was expecting them to be after their real pace that they showed in Brazil. Maybe just characteristics of that circuit were better suited to their car, but they are not looking amazingly quick at the moment. Ricciardo also in danger in 16th with that brand new powertrain. I was expecting more from him. Where's Norris? Norris down in 14th at the moment. And Norris is on an in-lap, so Norris is done. Norris could potentially get eliminated in Q1. Gasly, Verstappen, Hamilton, Fittipaldi and Ricciardo all on flying laps. If three of them improve, that will knock out Norris. It's not manufacturer specific. We're running Ferrari engines as well. Or are we running Red Bull engines? Might be running Red Bull engines, but there's Red Bull noises. It's just us. It's a team specific thing for us. That audio glitch. Never seen it affect the AI. Mighty slipstream for Hamilton. He's surely going to improve it. Ricciardo coming up to the line as well. Hamilton goes top. Ricciardo improves to 8th. Norris now in real danger. Where's Yuki? Oh, there we go. There is an AI issue for Tsunoda. What about Max? Max is coming through the final turns now. I don't think he's going to be able to displace Norris. Can he hang on? Or is he about to get dropped out of qualifying? Verstappen does not improve beyond getting in front of Gasly. It's down to Tsunoda then. Stroll went P11. So the pace potential is in the car. He only needs to find 21 thousandths of a second to knock out Norris. And he does. Norris is out. Fantastic. And the Sauber's not looking quick. But Valtteri just surviving in P16. Fittipaldi out in P18. But Norris eliminated in Q1. That is huge for George. And I am going to save. Oh, I can't save on the screen. I'm going to save and then reload and see if that fixes the sound glitch. Once again, I'm going to wait for a slipstream.
Okay, Oscar, so the track will go green now.
Mercedes powertrain. Do I have Mercedes this year? I thought I had Ferrari. But RB are using... Well, actually, no, RB might not be using Red Bull engines. Everyone's going out early. Look, it's going to be very crowded. We've got out behind Leclerc.
Radio check.
Yeah,
And we do have engine. No, we don't.
Check. Yep, radio check.
We don't have engine noise.
That's loud and clear.
Ah, God, what is going on with this?
We should do some work on the brakes.
Copy.
No engine noise for Science either,
You can.
or Joe. Does anybody have an engine noise? Leclerc does. Maybe it is a glitch with the Mercedes engines then. But Alpine have to use Renault, so that's weird. It can't be a manufacturer-specific issue. Yeah, it's just a weird issue with this circuit. So we had these sound issues last year, but we were fine during the race.
We're happy where we are on tyres. So we've got 8 seconds of clear air ahead. Good to go.
The temperatures all look fine.
And drive straight out, track will be clear.
So Oscar, happy to open a lap.
And I don't think we're getting the sound here on this shot. It's very weird. Just a very buggy circuit. You can see the DRS has been updated. So it's no longer on the approach to the strip, it's now halfway down the strip. That was a change that was introduced this year. And I think they fixed that when they did the the race replay. They might have done it before. I didn't notice it, but I think they introduced that change to the DRS positioning when they did the race replay upload for this circuit. And I'm pretty sure the DRS was in the usual spot last year, or last year's spot, you know, when we were here last season. It's looking good so far for Oscar at the back of this three-car train. Very quick for Leclerc, though, through the second sector. He will probably go top. Oh, wow. Van Dorn got a mighty slipstream. And we have gone quicker than Leclerc by quite a healthy margin as well. That should hopefully be enough for us to get through this session as well. But we will prep for another run just in case. There's Hamilton just leaving the pits. Alonso is on a flying lap. Is this to start or finish? It's to start. And again, there's no noise on that shot, but there is onboard noise for Alonso. See who is using which engines, just out of interest. So Ferrari obviously using Ferrari. McLaren are using Renault engines. Wow, they've been quick with Renault engines. Honda with Red Bull, no surprise there. Mercedes have to use Mercedes. Alpine have to use Renault. Williams using Renault. Honda engines for Haas. Mercedes engines for RB. Sauber, Aston, both using Ferrari engines, and we're using Mercedes engines. So an interesting split. 3 teams using Renault engines, only 2 teams using Rebel engines. 1, 2, 3 teams using Ferrari engines, and 3 teams using Mercedes engines. Are we going to get in his way at the end of the lap here? No, he's actually going to get a little bit of a tow from the back of Oscar there. Everyone pit. Oh, he does have to lift.
Stop on your marks and switch off.
He does have to lift. That's unfortunate for Alonso. Helpful for us. And that cost him. That cost him a good 2 or 3 tenths at least there. Ocon goes top by the smallest of margins. Yeah, we're safe. I don't need to run again. So, Hamilton, Ricciardo, Bottas at risk. Sainz starting his flying lap. He's got a bit of clean air. Hulkenberg behind him, trying to get a slipstream. That could actually be Sainz's undoing here. Hamilton is out. Ricciardo is out. Zhou is out. Leclerc in danger of getting knocked out. Leclerc is out. Now Alonso is at risk. Bottas knocks out Alonso, but Alonso is on a flyer. Alonso goes quickest. So Stroll is knocked out. We're going to say goodbye to Stroll, Leclerc, Zhou, Hamilton, Ricciardo and Hülkenberg. Both Ferraris out, and Leclerc, with that brand new engine, could not get through. Both Haas cars are through. And Valtteri once again finds himself in the top 10. And we have that penalty for Ocon, and that penalty for Perez, and the penalty for Leclerc. Leclerc could be starting from the back of the grid here, potentially, or close to the back. Ricciardo will start near the back. Gasly will start at the back. Unless anyone makes a pit lane start. Right, we'll go for a slipstream run on the older tyres, and then we'll go for a slipstream run on the new tyres at the end of the session.
Okay, that's a green light.
Do I want to go behind Sainz? No. Do want to go out behind Ocon. Do we have engine noise? No. Again. And is that Perez behind us? It is. So everybody but Lawson currently, Lawson and Valtteri currently on a lap, or getting ready to start a lap, sorry. They're on the track. We could give Perez an almighty slipstream here. And that's Valtteri leaving the pits. So we're just waiting on Lawson.
Tyre temperatures are in a good window, well done.
Good gap in front.
I hope he stays in the pits while we go through and then comes out afterwards.
Tyres are just coming to the window. It's all clear ahead. Good to go.
Don't you do it, don't you do it. Alright, okay, he's staying in the pits, good. This is going to be a really good time for George. Even though it's older tyres, he's going to be getting such a good slipstream off of Oscar here. Hopefully Oscar's getting one off the back of Ocon as well. and he might be struggling to stay with him. Ocon's gone purple. Now George goes purple. Ocon quicker than Sainz, no surprise there. Quicker than Oscar. Russell quicker than everybody. Sainz sets the benchmark. Oh, we're getting held up by Valtteri. We'll get a nice tow here, but how much damage has that done to our lap time?
We are currently
It hurt Oscar by a little bit. It hurt Russell a little bit as well because he ended up way too close at the end there. Not bad though for our first run on scrub tyres. Perez just couldn't keep up with us. And we'll get prepped for a set of brand new soft tyres now. This will leave us 2 brand new sets for the Grand Prix if we decide to use 2 sets of softs, which we might do. There goes Sainz again. There goes Alonso. I'm waiting for Ocon. There's Ocon. I was waiting deliberately for Ocon rather than Alonso because Valtteri would potentially get in the way. Oh, but Valtteri is actually boxed, so that's okay. Wouldn't have made a difference. He may yet get in the way when he comes out for his next run.
Copy.
Hopefully everyone's going to be out very quickly. Perez is out now. Still waiting on Lawson. There goes Valtteri. Lawson needs to come out soon if he's coming out again. I don't think he's coming out again. Yeah, 134. There's not enough time, so Lawson's not coming out at all then, so he must be starting from the pit lane. Because he didn't even do a time in the first, on the first part of the session. So it's going to be Alonso out of the 4 of us. Alonso's going to be crossing the line first, then Ocon, then George, then Oscar.
Yeah, good to go.
Okay, tyres are reaching the upper end of the temperature window. Tyre temperatures have been good. Oscar, you've got a clear track ahead. You're good to open the lap.
Right, first second times coming up. Van Dorn has not improved. Let's see what Sainz does. Well, Sainz is on an in-lap. He's going to potentially get in the way here. Oscar's gone purple. I think we got through without any lifting. George is a little bit too far away. Do not want to compromise George's lap. He's not improved in the middle. Alonso's put it on provisional pole. Can Ocon take that away from him? Yes, he can. Piastri gets pole by a mighty margin thanks to that toe off the back of George. George is P4. Sainz is done. What about Tsunoda? Tsunoda gets above Sainz. Valtteri and Perez still to come. Here comes Perez. Perez only goes 8th. Will Valtteri displace George? No, he won't, but he does get in front of Tsunoda. So it is Oscar from Ocon, the two championship rivals, head-to-head at the start. Alonso and Russell, 3rd and 4th. But of course, Ocon has that penalty. That's going to drop him down. How many places is he going to drop? George will be starting P3.
The city of Las Vegas is abuzz with excitement, and the drivers now ready themselves for 50 laps under the lights.
Las Vegas is a super fast street circuit, and the long straight along the dazzling strip could be a tempting and yet challenging place to try and overtake.
Formula One's highest speed street circuit promises incredible action up and down the Las Vegas Strip. Racing at night means track temperatures will be lower, so data from Free Practice 2 could be crucial to managing both qualifying and the Grand Prix. The teams are making their final preparations down in the pit lane, ahead of today's race.
All right, so strategy choice. That is what's being presented to us. We can tweak and improve upon that a little bit just by doing that. That is slower, but we can tweak and improve upon that. It's still slower than that. Okay, what about... That will give us more ultimate one-lap pace than that will. That is the fastest strategy. So we're going to go with that, but we're going to change the order of these tyres. We're going to go mediums closer to the end, so we get fresher tyres towards the end to try and secure the fastest lap. There we go, and that's the strategy that George is already on. George does have better tyre wear, I think, but we'll go with that. There we go, so they're both looking at the same strategy. I am going to not do anything with fuel. We're actually going to push the fuel on the start. Burn some fuel off, and if we get a safety car, excellent. If we don't, at least we don't have to worry about doing, you know, some overly aggressive saving because we've massively underfueled the car. We will try and dial back the battery and the tyres a little bit early in the stint, but I want to try and get off the line and into a 1-2 quickly, if at all possible, or at least break away from the pack with Alonso. Let's send them to the grid for the start of the Las Vegas Grand Prix.
Final checks are being carried out by the teams, and it won't be long until we get this race underway.
They won't be comfortable back there in 18. This will be a real test for the driver and the car.
And it looks like we're good to go. We're all ready to go in Las Vegas.
Valtteri's P4.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
So, Lawson will be starting from the pit lane. Leclerc is down in 19th. Where's Norris? Norris is 14th. Ocon is 12th. Interesting. Can we win the World Championship? Let's find out. Yeah, we got engine noise. And we've got through where we needed to.
Okay, keep looking after the tyre.
Copy.
And introduce more management.
Copy.
George recommend we start bringing them back.
Evening, Harvey. You're just in time for the start of the race.
Keep your head down.
Here comes Alonso. Here comes Alonso. Using that battery deployment to great effect. And there you see the slipstream for George. As he powers back past Tsunoda.
DRS enabled.
Tsunoda's going to have a throw it up the inside. Let's take a look at tyres. So, soft tyres for Tsunoda, Valtteri, Sainz and Sargent just around us. Alonso also on the mediums. What's Ocon gone with? Hard tyres for Ocon. Leclerc's gone softs. And we are going to be vulnerable to lunges from these soft tyre drivers.
overtake is available.
Coming.
Use overtake.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Yep. Copy.
Happy to use the tyre more now.
George is not going to get DRS, I don't think. Well, he might just squeeze it. It's going to be really tight. I think he's just missed out on it. He did just get it. Now we need to make sure he keeps in it. As Valtteri's having another look. And Valtteri gets that move done.
Copy.
Well, we need more management.
Copy.
We think there's still opportunities here.
Recharge on.
Yeah, copy.
Nice job.
George gets back through on Valtteri. Got to get him back onto Oscar.
So Piastri next car. Gap 1.2.
Oh, we lost the DRS here with Oscar.
Use the overtake button.
Copy.
Charge the pack.
Yeah, overtaking at the start of the strip is no longer something you really want to do, because you then immediately give up the DRS about a third of the way down the strip. And just get re-overtaken again by the end of the strip. Alright, we banked a little bit of tyre wear.
Not going to overtake.
We'll go to the end of this lap, then we'll turn the tyres back up again.
Overtake is available.
In fact, let's turn them up now.
We want good pace.
Just to make sure we do get back onto Alonso and Tsunoda.
And happy to pick up the pushing level.
There we go, DRS opens up now. We've left Sainz behind. George has a little look. Backs out of it. And is now out of battery.
Recharge on. Yep.
Oh, issue for Norris.
I lost drive or something.
Shame. That'll be a gearbox issue. I'm pretty sure of that. Yep, gearbox. And Valtteri on those soft tyres, leading the charge to close back up. He's got back in the 1 second window. Tyres are starting to overheat.
And we'll be cooling the tyres. Copy.
Running in that dirty air. Just going to rebuild the battery a little bit now.
Copy.
So Norris down in 17th, Leclerc in 18th. Where is Ocon? He's down in 14th. So Ocon's losing ground.
Copy.
Recharge on is good.
Copy. Okay.
Valtteri all over the back of George again. But outside the slipstream does not have the pace to get the move done. And the whole field really bunches up quite badly there. And that's allowed us to scamper away a little bit. And there is Sainz and Zhou. Zhou now up into 6th place. The battery is back in DRS range again. We're just keeping that watching brief at the moment. Alonso's really been hammering those tyres, look.
Tyre management looks okay.
Everybody kind of has. Their tyres drop a little bit more, we can then try and punch our way through and break away from the pair of them.
Has DRS.
Copy. Okay.
Starting to see signs of some overheating.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Yep.
Let's check in with Ocon. As things stand, we're world champions. if Ocon fails to finish in the points, Oscar can finish 10th and win the world title. I doubt that will happen. There will come a point as the field starts to break up where it'll be suddenly much easier to move through. And he's on those hard tyres, let's not forget. What's the condition of them? 72%. They're actually worse than our mediums right now. Although we're not pushing as hard as we could.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Did we drop or did we just get back in? We got back in.
Yeah.
And there are signs of a couple of gaps beginning. Hulkenberg is struggling to stay in range of Hamilton consistently. He keeps dropping out but managing to squeeze back in again. There's a gap opened up now between Ocon and Sargent. That's holding up Norris and Leclerc. Sainz is struggling to keep up with the back of Zhou.
How's the tyre?
Small little gaps are starting to appear.
George, recommend we start.
And there's a lunge from Valtteri.
Pack is high.
And he moves up into P4.
Keep your head down. So Joe will be the car behind.
Right, battery's almost where it needs to be for us to make our breakaway attempt. Tyres really starting to struggle for Yuki. Really starting to struggle. Same for Zhou.
And if you could just give us tyre feedback.
I like it.
He has DRS.
Yeah, copy.
And Oscar gets in front of Alonso. So this could be the lap. This will be the lap that we go for it.
Use overtake.
Copy.
And try and break away from Tsunoda. Let's bring George back into play as well.
Copy.
Damn it, we've got the move done just before the DRS detection point. That's unfortunate.
Nice.
Okay, well done. Push now.
Just stay close to him.
Hopefully we can break away through this little bit here as we go around the outside. Alonso now dropping down to 5th place. Maybe he's rebuilding the car.
Nice one.
Getting that battery charged back up again, cooling the tyres down.
So that's P4. Next car is Bottas.
Almost got the 1 second to Tsunoda. George is going to get DRS. Tsunoda's going to get it as well. Valtteri's going to lose out. He got the move done too early and has forfeited to Tsunoda as a result. But George still stuck behind the pair of them. So let's calm his tyres down, rebuild his battery again. Hamilton has crashed with Stroll.
Copy.
Damaged that Ferrari, missing half its front wing. Where is Stroll? There is Stroll. That front wing in really, really bad shape. Does he have a puncture? Oh, and you have to say that Stroll there just turned in on Hamilton.
And not much that the team can do about that one.
Both cars are going though, so no VSC. And there goes Stroll into the pits. Hamilton's carried on. Now, let's see if he gets issued a penalty before he hits the pit lane. He does. And they stand and wait. Oh, he timed that just about perfectly. It's going to drop him massively off the back of the grid, though.
Charge the pack.
Copy.
So happy to push now.
Oscar now with a 3.5 second lead.
Overtake available.
Yeah, Roger.
Okay, so let's just get head down now. That's currently P4. Valtteri, he's the next car. Gap 0.2.
And we go up the inside of Tsunoda. Get that move done.
Get behind 1.8.
Tsunoda's probably going to box. So we got that overtake done just in time. And there he is, diving into the pits. Hamilton in the pits as well now.
We are ready for you.
It's not going to be
Damage on that front wing.
Tsunoda pitted.
We can use the pace now.
There's Ricciardo coming in the background. So another slow stop there as well for that wing change, but no penalty. Stroll is going to be still cut adrift from the rest of the field. Valtteri's going to box in a lap or two. We will box George first. Give him the undercut on Oscar. Valtteri does not make the move before the detection point. I don't know if that's because he couldn't or he was choosing not to.
Yeah, he did get DRS.
Here he comes. I knew he was going to get past me, which is why I was in harvest mode, try and build that battery back up. Ocon finds himself in P6 now.
Gap 3.
Sainz, Hulkenberg and Zhou all diving into the pits. So let's see, what did everyone do tyre-wise? Hamilton's gone medium. Tsunoda's gone hards. Stroll, Ricciardo, Sargent. Mediums for Ricciardo and Stroll. Hards for Sargent. Max in as well now. Hulkenberg has gone hards, as has Zhou.
Good job. So next car will be
Sainz has gone medium.
gap 5.5.
Verstappen's gone hards. And there's Alonso in the background, threatening to get close.
Okay, buddy, let's see what we've got.
Yeah.
Just give us some tyre feedback.
Currently struggling with the front a bit.
If we can give the win to George, we will do. All we need is for Oscar to finish ahead of Ocon. That's all we need to win the world title.
So Alonso car behind.
Assuming that the
Behind
60-point gap is
1.7.
accurate. As Valtteri dives into the pits. Leclerc's coming in as well. Medium tyres. Hard tyres for Charles. Norris has stayed out. Still has that issue. Alonso pushing really hard. He's going to box probably this lap. We're just going to abuse what's left of these tyres now. Now you see Ocon in P4, but is going to be undercut by potentially a few cars that have already stopped. See what his hards are looking like. 47%, still worse than our tyres. And he's definitely going to get undercut. Tsunoda's going to get in front of him. Norris, Valtteri, Pourchaire, Lawson, Sainz, Hulkenberg, Joe. Hamilton might even do it. He could end up dropping down somewhere around Charles Leclerc, if not below Charles Leclerc at this point. Probably will do, actually. Depending on how many more laps he stays out.
Yep.
Gonna go at least one more lap.
We'll box this lap.
Norris now into the pits. Those gearbox issues of his have not gone away. Hard tyres. If he looks after him, he might be able to take those to the end. He may well just be going soft, hard, soft. Or maybe he's going to break out a set of mediums at the end. Norris comes out just behind Leclerc. So that's interesting. Ocon's going more laps yet. Alonso's going to box this lap. He's now got Ocon right behind him. And Alonso holds him back. That's good. We're not getting audio on these distance shots, have you noticed? Oh. I'm not getting any audio from Alonso. And there we are. So where's Alonso going to feed out? That's a new fastest lap for Perez. Here comes Perez with a whole group of cars. Hulkenberg is going to go through. And Sainz is going to put him under immediate pressure. Oscar will do one more lap after this one. So Sainz goes through. There's Hamilton. So Alonso has dropped down to 10th. Ocon will drop behind Hamilton and Perez and Zhou. And then it's going to be tight between him and Leclerc, I think. Maybe even Norris.
Coming.
So we need to introduce more lift and coast.
Yeah, copy.
Into the pits comes George Russell from P2. Have we done enough to get out in front of Alonso and co? Porsche and Lawson are boxing. We're trying to get out in front of Hulkenberg. That's a decent stop. It's clean, which was the important thing.
Bring these in over the first couple of laps.
Here comes Hulkenberg.
Yeah, we should be clear on exit.
It's 10th fastest time.
So currently that's P5.
And now we need to break away from Hulkenberg.
Car behind is Hulkenberg. Behind 2.1. So happy to drop lift and coast.
Okay.
Let's get those tyres fired up.
Let's give it everything we got.
Copy. Copy.
George heading down, Oscar heading down the strip. George approaching it. Look at that queue of traffic behind. Hulkenberg's going to try and put the moves on us.
Surface temps are good.
Oscar's in.
I'll put that.
Ocon is in as well. George holds position. It's a bad stop for Oscar. No. It's a good stop for Ocon.
Sorry for that.
Valtteri is ahead of us. Tsunoda's ahead of us.
Gentle introduction.
Oscar gets out just in front of George.
Next car is Bottas.
Norris's fault escalates. His race is coming undone.
I lost
This is
drive.
excellent news for George. There you see Ocon coming out. And he's immediately under pressure. Leclerc might have a lunge. Doesn't. And I think he's saved because he's got the slipstream now on the back of Zhou.
Use overtake. Copy.
Focus on recharge.
Copy.
Oscar recharge on.
Copy.
Use overtake.
Copy.
Right, we've managed to break away from Hulkenberg before the DRS zone.
Understood.
Tyre temperatures look good.
Copy.
And now we can try and break the pair of them away. Alonso gets past Hamilton, he's up to P6.
Recharge on is good. Focus on recharge.
Yep.
We have a 2-second gap to Hulkenberg, and Hulkenberg is a little bit clear of Alonso right now.
Charge the pack.
Copy.
Man United lost again. Oh, fantastic news. I was going to ask if the draws tonight or tomorrow. I know draws traditionally used to take place on a Friday, for the Carabao Cup. In more recent years, the FA Cup draws was always on a Saturday for me, or a Sunday when I was younger. I think it was always on a Saturday. I don't think we even had Sunday games back when I was younger. Alonso now has caught and passed Hulkenberg. Hamilton and Ocon have been brought along as well, with Sainz and Perez and Joe and Leclerc and Norris. So yeah, there's a train now behind Alonso. We want to make sure that train does not catch us. I also want to make sure I don't cook Russell's tyres.
Let's get into the tyre cooling, please.
Hulkenberg back ahead down the strip. We are closing in.
So that's currently P4. So Piastri next car. F.2. Hulkenberg behind. So get behind 3 seconds. Happy to start reducing that management.
Liverpool are in. They beat Southampton 2-1 last night. I didn't catch any of the other results. The gap's closing up.
Recharge on.
Copy.
He has DRS.
Behave up.
Oh, now Hulkenberg gets a fault.
But there! Oh dear.
Crofty won't tell us what it is, because Crofty's a dick. He'll be crossing the line in a second, so we'll find out in a moment. ERS.
Recharge on, please. Copy.
And Oscar, the pack is good.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Oh, God damn it. It's so hard to figure out which one's going to take the lead through a corner sequence like that. Alonso's almost on us.
Completely.
Oh, God, no. No, George in the barrier.
Yeah, we saw that.
They've been so good when they go wheel to wheel. Oh, he just understeered into it. Damn it, damn it.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Minor damage. But it's frustrating. And we've let Alonso get back in.
Overtake available.
Line with you right here.
Keep your head down.
Copy.
Recharge on.
And Ocon's right there as well. Yeah, he's missing the end plate. We'll have to change that on the next stop.
Yeah, he did get DRS.
And George now in real danger of getting swallowed up by both of the Red Bulls here.
We have overtake available.
Yeah, copy. Yep, fine.
Pack is high. Okay, use deploy.
They've been so good going wheel to wheel with each other this year. I don't think they've actually collided with each other that I can remember. I mean, they probably have just had a minor knock like that once or twice this year, but nothing stands out in my mind. They certainly haven't taken each other out. Valtteri and Tsunoda doing a good job of staying ahead of us. We now have a four-car chasing train. And we at least drop Ocon. Really hoping that we could give George the win tonight to maximise on Norris being beset with problems with that gearbox of his. Trails by 21 points. The win and fastest lap would have given him 26. 25 just for the win on its own, but it would have been enough to put him back into third place. And that lap we took a nice chunk out of Valtteri and Tsunoda. Bit of DRS action there. Sorry, ERS action. See George just struggling a little bit in the corners. His tyres have lost a little bit as well as a result. Only a couple of percent, but that adds up. Especially when he's running in the dirty air and overheating the tyres slightly more. And I just got George in range. Did we drop Ocon in the process? Yes, we did. Just.
Recharge on.
Albeit temporarily.
There are opportunities.
We are going to have to fight both of these Red Bulls, I think, all the way through to the end of the race. Hamilton comes in for his second stop. A little early. Must be going for hard tyres then. Yep. hards. They should take him to the end.
So as much tyre calling as you can manage, please.
Copy.
Tyre temperature management looking very good.
Body recharge on.
Copy.
Still on course to win the World Championship tonight. As long as Ocon is behind Oscar. Arsenal, Spurs and Newcastle are the other three teams. There's going to be some big games then.
Has DRS.
Are you happy with tyre temps?
Starting to see signs of some overheating.
Overtaking is very, very difficult.
There's still opportunities here.
Recharge on.
Copy. Overtake available.
Roger.
We move back into the lead on paper. Obviously, we're still third on track, but
Good job, Oscar. Next car is Bottas.
we're going to have enough pace to catch and pass Tsunoda. And now George looking to squeeze his way through into
Copy.
the follow position and gets through.
Look good.
And Ocon puts the moves on Alonso, or tries to. Gets it done through the inside there. So Alonso just lost 3 places in the space of a couple of corners, although he's not giving up on Ocon. But he has to cede the position now.
He has DRS.
I may not bother changing the wing for George, you know. If we can keep him going like this, I might just keep his wing
So
as
happy to
is
drop a little
and
bit of
avoid losing an extra 8 seconds. Well, that'll be what, 6 seconds for the stop, 6.5 seconds. Oh, Valtteri is in. So this is going to be what, for hards? Yes, hard tyres. Tsunoda's on his hards now, so unless he's got another set, which I don't know if he will do or not, he's going to have to go with mediums. Bottas just out in front of Fittipaldi, behind Norris. Norris now into the top 10, but way out of position. Leclerc up into 8th place. Perez in 6th. My two boys swapping places.
How's the tyre? Feel okay so far.
And here comes Ocon.
And equally there, I cannot do anything.
For a minute I thought it was about to push George back in the wall again.
Just show me what you've got then.
Be nice to get past.
Ocon moves through. George gets the slipstream though and powers back past Ocon.
Directly behind you is Alonso.
Look at that. Hundreds across the board there.
So next
Oh, so it is defending, yeah. Accuracy, braking, cornering, overtaking and defending. Not as good for George, but his base stats aren't as high, that's why. Hamilton sets a new fastest lap of 139.3. That's a fair bit quicker than we're doing.
They got Ocon behind. Gap 0.4.
See if we can quickly break away from Ocon here.
Let's go. Overtake available.
Trying to leave the Red Bulls behind.
Possibly you can reduce the LICO slightly.
So Piastri next car. Keep your head down. Be careful with the car.
And just like that, we've caught Tsunoda and opened up a 2-second gap over the Red Bulls. Here goes George. Yuki's stopping very soon. And we have a yellow flag. Is that Max? It is.
Yellow's ahead.
Yeah.
Now we can see what happened. Now we're watching Max Verstappen here. Things were going smoothly. And there's the lockup. What caused that, I wonder?
And no wonder he tumbled down the order. Now we've just given Tsunoda the DRS.
This guy ahead is Tsunoda. Tsunoda 0.4.
Okay, we don't want to lose too much time.
Oh, this makes me nervous.
I can do right here.
And Tsunoda dives into the pits.
Pack is low.
Tsunoda pitted. And we still need more lift and coast.
Suggest increased LICO. More lift and coast. Recharge on.
George, recommend we start bringing the battery back up.
Oh my god, the Rebels are right there again. Come on.
On.
Look at that, just pulled out 139s. Ah, boy, I can't break away. Now I'm going to get DRS again as well. Oh, red flag.
Red flag, red flag.
Something's happened there, Joe. Has hit the barrier, bounced across the track and blocked out Porsche, no, not Porsche. He's blocked out Fittipaldi and Hamilton. Porsche's already. Oh no, Porsche is he there as well? I think he might be. Yeah, he's blocking Porsche as well. All right, that makes things interesting. It's going to be a sprint finish. And I think if I look after the tyres, that is going to be the way to go. Or is it? Maybe... I'm going to go with the softs. And I can change that front wing for free.
Let's take a look at the replay. Zhou Guanyu is the focus here. And unable to do anything about that crash. Well, they may have been keen to leave their mark, but I think that was a little too literal, don't you? And clearly then, not what everyone in the garage would have wanted to see.
So we will lead the restart.
After a pause in this race, we are all set and ready once more. Lights out, and away we go.
And we're not the only ones who've gone softs. The Red Bulls have gone softs as well, which makes me think they might be going for 2 sets of softs, maybe, possibly. I don't know.
Key thing is to keep the tyre.
Fuel is not an issue.
In good shape.
We are going to protect the crap out of these tyres. Bottas on hards could be a key player here. Ocon is in 5th. Leclerc has really benefited from this restart up into 6th place. And with that, Ferrari's new engine could be a threat now. Norris has benefited into the fact that he's in the points, but he still has that dodgy gearbox, so he could end up dropping out of the points quite quickly. Hamilton in P12 could get himself into the points to help out Ferrari. But I'm wary of the threats, not just of the Red Bulls now, but of Leclerc and Valtteri. Because while we're protecting our tyres, Valtteri will be pushing his. He will be aggressive. He will be throwing some dive bomb manoeuvres. Alonso moves back up into the top spot. We are not going to be pushing aggressively to try and get back in front of him. We have to be really patient for the next half a dozen laps or so. Build up the reserve of rubber that we need for later in this race. Valtteri's tyres are not changed. They're at 81%, so that helps. I just assumed they were new tyres. They're not. Tsunoda's back up in the aggressive positions as well. P6 putting the moves, or trying to put the moves to Ocon. Just see Piastri stepping out on Alonso and gets through.
Yeah, 0.6.
And Tsunoda is going to get past Ocon here.
Great work, Oscar. That's currently P1.
Alonso retakes first using his battery. We're holding ours in reserve. And Valtteri has dropped behind us, out of DRS range for now. Unless he got it there through that corner sequence. He did just get himself back into contention in the braking zone.
.4. Plenty to play for.
Ocon looking after his tyres as well. He's at 94% too, so he's running the same pace setting that we are. At least right now, anyway.
Here's DRS. Still plenty of opportunities.
Norris down to 9th.
Taking is very, very difficult.
There's still opportunities here.
Got to rebuild our drivers' confidence levels after that red flag.
It has DRS.
Yeah, okay. Next car is Alonso. Gap 0.4.
Alonso once again slotting himself through.
There are opportunities ahead.
Overtake will be available.
Coming.
Sweet.
Nice, that's good, nice. P1.
Charge the pack.
Coming.
Deep breath, you're going to be okay.
.15 laps to go. Ocon still matching us on tyre wear.
Just got Alonso ahead. Gap 0.4.
And we are going to break for a flying lap attempt at the end of this lap.
Use the overtake button.
While we still have plenty of rubber.
Start closing up that gap.
Good job.
Currently P1.
Shall we roll?
Nice job, mate. Currently P2. Next guy, Piastri.
We don't need to take any risks.
Have to break away through this section here. Ocon and Valtteri scrapping over P5, P6 at the moment. Please don't do anything stupid and put it in the barrier again. Thank you. We didn't get the DRS breakaway that we needed.
He has DRS.
Damn it. Chance for George to at least take the fastest lap here. And then we're going to slow that pace right down again. Although Oscar's
Time management all good so far.
having a look.
You are the fastest.
There we go, George got it.
Okay.
Yep, copy. Recharge on.
George recommends.
So we didn't get the breakaway that I was hoping to get, but we did get the fastest lap for George, which in his fight with Norris could be absolutely vital, that extra bonus point. Norris has got himself back up into 8th place, ahead of Leclerc. Valtteri starting to slip now that his tyres are burning. He's going to make another stop, I think. Maybe for another set of softs and go hell for leather at the end. He'll be quick, but I don't think he'll be quick enough to get through the pack. Especially with us keeping it concertinaed like this. All scrunched up.
Lift off end of straight.
Save the remaining spare fuel for when we need to break away again.
Lift and coast.
Recharge on.
So here comes Alonso again. Can we hold him off? Ocon now right with us, and we've got a 4-car breakaway now.
Ocon car behind. Gap 0.2.
We've left Yuki behind. Bottas back in front of Hulkenberg. Caught back up to Tsunoda, and Tsunoda's caught the train again. We're not allowing any real gaps to open up, and Norris now in trouble
Yeah, he did get DRS.
because a gap for him has opened up, and he does not have a good gearbox, so he's going to be hurting on acceleration. It's going to leave him potentially vulnerable.
and feedback on your tyres.
All lift and coast.
So the fastest lap is a 138.4. And pace right now is in the 140s, the mid 139s.
Alonso car behind. Gap behind 0.6.
And Alonso will squeeze his way through.
Make sure we get the pack back.
Copy.
Okay, we don't want to lose too much time. Car behind us now, Ocon.
Well, Alonso's going for it again.
Charge on.
Copy.
Moves himself back into the lead.
Okay, that would have been a crash if I didn't avoid it there.
We saw that.
And with everyone kind of looking after their softs like this, there's not really any opportunity to brake and sustain it without destroying the tyres and handing a massive grip advantage to everyone else.
Ocon is behind.
But at the end of the day, we don't necessarily need
No hop done.
to try and break away.
How's this tyre?
Tyre feels okay.
Russell gets back into the DRS, just.
Behind Piastri.
Hamilton gets past.
6.
Or does he? Will Norris lunge under braking? He has to give it up. He's compromised on exit. Now Leclerc might have a sniff. Leclerc will get a slipstream from the back of Hamilton as well. Oh, and look at Porsche rocketing up the inside here. He gets past Norris. Leclerc just holds him back. Norris losing 2 places through turn 1 there. Could get a lovely little braking manoeuvre done here though. Porsche just pushed wide slightly there.
You got Ocon behind.
Pack is high.
Copy.
Norris down in 11th place now, out of the points entirely.
Get behind 0.4. So that's currently P1. So
George through into the lead.
Nice work. Currently P1.
And recharge should be on here.
Overtake available.
Copy.
Overtake is available.
Evening, Antonio. Where does Oscar need to finish? He just needs to finish ahead of Ocon. The gap is 60 points, and after this race there will be only 60 points left. So just finishing 1 point ahead of Ocon will clinch the title.
Gap point 4.
Will I let Russell get past, or let him past? No. I'm prepared for Oscar to just wait another round and get the title. I'm in a fight with Norris and Russell for third place in the constructors. Norris is in the drivers. Norris is currently 21 points clear, but struggling here. We need to maximise George's chances of the points to get him back into third place. If he wins tonight with that fastest lap, he will move 5 points ahead of Norris in the battle for third.
This is good.
Didn't give me anywhere to go.
Yeah, we saw that.
Charge the pack.
Oh, the plan is to try and get the 1-2. Absolutely, the plan is to try and get the 1-2 with George in the ascendancy.
So I've got Piastri's car behind. Gap point 4.
But everyone is just, looking after their tyres like crazy here. My batteries are pretty much where they need to be now. With the reduced DRS and repositioned DRS down the Vegas strip, it makes it much harder to break cleanly away from someone. Because if you overtake at the beginning of the strip, you just give up DRS, which is what Alonso's now got, having been overtaken by Ocon, to immediately retake the place before the end of the strip. Like that. It's so much harder now to actually get a clean breakaway. You've got to time the overtake just right.
Behind me got Piastri. Gap behind point 9. Ahead, Alonso. Gap point 6.
Use overtake.
We can have recharge on now.
Yeah.
And the field's really close together because of a red flag. Joe crashing out on the entrance to the strip, blocking traffic. Everybody got a free tyre stop.
He has DRS.
Make sure that our batteries are definitely fully charged.
Copy.
And Oscar, the pack is good.
Copy.
Recharge off.
Yeah.
So 6 laps remaining.
Okay.
And the Rebels are starting to push their tyres a little bit more now.
We think there's still
But they can't break away from us. We're waiting to the last possible moment, if we can, just to be able to absolutely crucify the tyres in the last few laps. Arsenal, Newcastle, we're against Spurs away. But it's 2 legs though. Yeah, 2 legs, so away in the first leg.
happy to drop lift and coast.
Copy.
Then behind that is Piastri.
Norris down to 12th now. Looking unlikely that he's going to be able to get back into the points. George is having a look up the inside here. Gets up the inside of Ocon.
Nice one.
Piastri now having a little think about a move.
Alonso car ahead.
And Ocon might get dropped here.
Car ahead is Ocon.
Maybe not.
0.4. There's still opportunities here.
Overtake is available. Let's give it everything now.
Use overtake. Copy.
Still plenty of opportunities.
So we've got 4 laps remaining.
Porsche's in the pits. Obviously felt he could not make those tyres last. Perez and Bottas should make it to the end, but they might stop.
There are opportunities ahead. So Oscar, we can look after this time.
Yeah, copy.
Yellow flag. Is that Sainz?
Yellow, yellow.
Yeah, Roger.
Right, so this was the 4th corner. Well, you can see the lockup, but that's just the risk you take. The later you leave it.
So Russell has a 2.5 second gap. Have we gone too early though? Here comes Oscar. Couldn't get the move done.
Plenty to play for.
Deep breath, you're going to be okay. Okay, keep looking after the tyre.
We've got a 4 second gap now.
Copy. Use overtake. Copy.
3 remaining.
Sweet.
Oscar, well done. Okay, next car is Russell.
Evening Palmer. What do I think of that Olympics goal of Sun?
Oscar, we're hold position.
Not sure which one you're referring to, if I'm honest.
Do we need to keep the lift and coast up a bit more now? And we'll be cooling the tyres.
Copy.
Suggest increased LICO. Okay, to use to deploy.
Can I break Ocon before the DRS zone? Maybe. Maybe. It's going to be really tight. I think he got it.
Ocon has DRS.
He did. Damn it.
Yep.
Oscar, suggest reduce a bit, lift and coast.
Two laps.
There we go. We have just about broken away from Ocon. Alonso's putting him under pressure, and Hamilton has caught up and putting them both under pressure. And Ocon will be giving up the DRS hit to both Alonso and Hamilton.
Far behind is Ocon.
We've got a 2-second gap now. Hopefully that will be enough.
No hop done. Recharge button on.
As Alonso has a little look.
See what you got there.
Pack is low.
The championship is coming home to Oscar if he can stay like this for the final lap. Ocon is giving it everything he's got.
Overtake available.
Doesn't have as much grip on his tyres as we do.
Right, that's good. Into this tyre management.
We're going to slow George down a little bit just to give Oscar
Look after these tyres.
a slipstream / DRS on the back straight.
Alright, copy that.
Hulkenberg's fault escalates on the final lap. Will that cost him his position against Tsunoda?
But it looks like they're carrying.
It's ERS if memory serves.
An overtake is available.
Copy.
Let's go flat out.
Good.
Norris has another fault.
What's wrong with my pack?
His battery's playing up as well as his gearbox. He's not going to finish in the points. This is going to be monumental for George. And Oscar's going to win the World Championship. And Alonso dive bombs Ocon. Is he going to dive bomb out? Is he going to take... He is. He takes the 1-2 away from us. But we still finish ahead of Ocon. We are still world champions with Oscar Piastri to go along with the constructors we won last night in Brazil.
Let's have a look at that. Heading down the straight. There's the opening.
Ocon did not have anything left to hold off his teammate, and we didn't have anything left to hold off Alonso either, but it doesn't matter. We outscored Ocon, and that makes Oscar the driver's champion.
There it is, a win for George Russell.
And George moves into third in the driver's standings with just 2 rounds and a sprint to go.
Just amazing. I think that's a race that people will be talking about for years to come.
And we had to work hard for that one. Because the Red Bulls went exactly the same as us on tyre strategy at the end on that restart. And they protected their tyres for a long time as well. Leclerc does get home in the points in the end, as does Perez. Bottas hangs on for the final point ahead of Norris.
And what a year for Oscar Piastri, the drivers' champion for this year. And up he goes, George Russell joining the podium lineup after a memorable Grand Prix.
There's further delight for the team as they get to see both drivers up there together.
And there's not much that rivals the Las Vegas Grand Prix when it comes to the podium presentation. Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
I doubt they could be much happier. A win and a podium place. What a great way to round out the weekend.
Well, everyone, that's all from us here in Las Vegas.
For the next round, we'll be traveling to Qatar as the drivers battle it out at the Losail International Circuit. We'll see you there.
So, confirmation of the final result. George takes the win. Porsche stole the fastest lap from us at the end. Oh, God damn you, Teo. I needed that bonus point. Alonso pips Oscar to second place by less than 1/100th. Sorry, less than 1/10 of a second. 800ths of a second there. Ocon up 8 places to finish in 4th after his engine penalty in qualifying. Hamilton takes 5th ahead of Hülkenberg. 7th to Tsunoda. 11 places gained for Leclerc after he had penalties as well. He gets himself up into 8th place. Perez 9th, also with an engine penalty. 10th for Valtteri, just about able to hang on at the end. And then it's Lando Norris in 11th place. 12th place for Liam Lawson. 13th place for Fittipaldi. 14th for Ricciardo. 15th for Stroll. 16th for Porsche. 16th for Sargent, 17th for Porsche with the fastest lap, but no bonus point because he's outside of the top 10. Max in 18th, Gasly 19th, Sainz down in 20th place, 21st place for Van Dorn, and Zhou retiring to bring out that red flag when he blocked the track after 33 laps. And there is your Drivers' World Champion. Ocon cannot catch Oscar Piastri now. The gap is, bit of quick math, 73 points with just 60 remaining. So that is very much title wrapped up now for Oscar. George moves back ahead of Lando by 4 points, thanks to losing that fastest lap to Porsche at the end there. But that sets him up nicely to try and get into a top 3 finish at the end of the season. Maybe he can keep that momentum going and actually get in front of Ocon, although that is unlikely, given that Ocon now probably will be penalty free for the rest of the season. Alonso in 5th cannot catch Norris, so Norris will finish no worse than 4th, could yet finish in 3rd. Let's see, Leclerc, 4 needed points for him, stays 25 points behind Fernando Alonso, with that 18th place or 18-point gain and 2nd place for Fernando, but remains 30 points ahead of Tsunoda. Hamilton picking up some much-needed points as well. He's had a bit of a disappointing season this year. Up to 114 now. He is 23 points behind Tsunoda. Could yet get back into 7th place. Porsche is 9th. Sainz is 10th. Then it's Hülkenberg from Ricciardo, Valtteri Bottas, Liam Lawson, Enzo Fittipaldi, Lance Stroll, Logan Sargent, Perez up into 18th place with his 2 points there, moving above Zhou, who's now in 19th, 20th for Gasly, 21st for Stoffel Van Dorn, And Max Verstappen still rooted to the bottom with just 2 points. In the constructors' standings, we increase our lead over Red Bull by another 10. We're up to 744 points now. So we have a very healthy 183-point lead. McLaren have 353, cannot catch Red Bull for second. And could maybe, let's see, yeah, they could just be caught by Ferrari. But Ferrari would need to score monster points in the remaining 2 races, and that's highly unlikely. So it looks like McLaren are going to take third in the constructors. Ferrari, having won the title last season along with the Drivers' Championship, are going to have to settle for, I think, just 4th this year. RB in 5th, can't catch Ferrari. Mercedes could move back ahead of RB, but they need their form to turn around quickly. Aston move up into 7th place above Sauber. Still an excellent season for Sauber, at least the second half of the season anyway. They were a little bit anonymous earlier in the year, but they've been picking up points pretty consistently now in the second half of the year. Haas in 9th on 33, then it's Alpine 10th with 22, and Williams with just 6 in 11th. How you doing, Marcus? We did not get on the leaderboard. Look at the quick stop there from Lando. 1.876. That's the quickest stop we've seen all year. That is blisteringly quick. And that is just fractionally slower than Mercedes' best stop for Porsche there. No one else has even cracked the 1.8 margin. That is quite comfortably the fastest pit stop we've seen this year. What was our best stop? 2.3 seconds. It was a bad stop for Oscar, and of course the second stop that was planned was made under a red flag. So yeah, no pit stop points for us there. Has that hurt us against Alpine? Not as much as it could have done. They only picked up 1 point, so they are 3 ahead of us with 2 rounds to go. Haas have moved above RB. Everyone else has stayed where they were. So Ferrari stayed top. They have a 41-point lead over Red Bull. Those two are still going to scrap all the way to the end. McLaren in 3rd have a 47-point lead over Mercedes. We are 39 points ahead of Aston Martin. They could yet catch and pass us. Williams have just 31 points. Sauber have just 19. We do get our payout for both drivers, so that's another 1.37 mil added to the bank, and that will pay for our underfloor research. Plus, we're about to get a big chunk of cash from the sponsors. And with the wind tunnel higher on top, we come out with a nice chunk of change there. So we're up to 9.3 mil. Let's go ahead and get that underfloor project started. This will be our last research project of the year. Or at least I think it will be our last one. We want to really push the downforce and airflow more than the drag on this one. But we don't want to completely kill everything else. We'll go with that. One engineer. So let's see. We are 13 days away on the rear wing. We may, 10 days away. I think the rear wing probably will leave us a bit short on time, but we may be able to get something done with the suspension. Maybe get another suspension project done if we stick an extra engineer on that, or an extra couple of engineers. We'll have to keep an eye on that one. If it takes 30 days, we could just about squeeze that in. Everything else, I think, might be a little bit too much. Again, rear wing, possibly we could if we have spare engineers, but don't know if we'll have spare engineers. Let's see. Something wrong with the cars. A few parts are broken. Let's have a look at the post-race data. Oh, wow. Lots of parts have failed. Suspension's gone on both cars. The underfloor's gone on George's car. The side pods we knew were going to go. We've got a spare for those. We have got a spare rear wing as well. I don't know if we've got more than one spare suspension, though. So we're looking at downgrading Oscar's car now, by the look of it. Let's try and get as much good stuff onto George as we can. Oh, we have got a spare suspension. Okay, so we're now out of spare underfloors, spare side pods, spare rear wings, and spare front wings. So we're going to downgrade. So we have a spare front wing for George. We are going to have to replace all of those parts with older parts as well. We'll keep the rear wing on that car for now, but we'll have to replace it with actually, let's take a look. The only thing that's at high risk is the chassis, and I do have 2 spare chassis, so that's fine as long as we don't crash. Then it will be a problem. Let's go to our facilities and spend some money. We can finally upgrade the design center. That'll take 63 days, so that won't kick in until February. Maybe. No, end of January. Factory refurb is 2.8 mil. I've only got 300k left. I'll get a little bit of cash at the end of the month. But until then, we have to kind of make do with what we have. Let's go to get the sponsor plan done. We've got a head of aero advert that's worth 800k. Okay, it would have been nice to get a slightly bigger payout. Let's do a sponsor event. Yeah, we'll get Oscar to skip training. That should be potentially all we need to do, but I am going to throw the weather center in there as just a little bit of extra, just in case. Let's get that sponsor plan confirmed. What else have we got to do? I didn't do my scouts for a deliberate reason, because I want to check that we can actually get the information we need. Yeah, Max completely demoralized. What are his stats looking like? Yeah, terrible. Terrible. Look at that accuracy, just 77. Very tempted to try and sign him. Although he's going to be 29. Still may yet decide to promote. Well, as I say, I'm going to open that up to you guys, but it's, do we sign Max and rescue him from his Williams nightmare? Or do we immediately just promote Antonelli, who's joining us at the end of the season as an affiliate? We are going to be replacing George either way. Let's see. Let's get an update on Ocon. He's got 1 more year left on his deal at Red Bull. And Norris has got a couple of years left. Leclerc is going to Red Bull next year. I don't really want to start scouting around too much to see where other drivers are going. I want that to be a bit of a surprise at the end of the season. So we'll renew our scout report on Charles. We've got 5 days to go until the sprint. That's going to happen before the end of the week. Nothing to do in the inbox. Let's advance. Get a little bit of extra cash from the tour centre. Oh, that's a point. Let's check that our other facilities haven't broken. Ah, yep. There we go. So a quick refurb on that, and I can't even afford that. Oh, I can afford it. It just won't give me the option to refurb it. I have to go 1 more day, I think. That wants to be an upgrade. It's 2.8 mil. Let's go 1 more day. Now I can refurb that. So we caught that on the day it broke. Pretty good timing. Won't be ready in time for the sale, but should just be ready in time for Abu Dhabi if we check the calendar. Yeah, tour centre there. Helipad will pop just in time for Abu Dhabi, so we'll get a little bit of a boost there. I don't think that pays out the way it used to. Well, it's negligible. It's sponsor target payout. But it's so small that it doesn't really make much of a difference for us at the moment because we're getting such small rewards at the end of each race. I think that is it. I don't think there's anything left to do other than advance one more day. And there we go. So, 2 fantastic back-to-back races that we've had over the last 2 days. Brazil, we finally broke the curse of the Brazilian Grand Prix itself. We've often done very, very well in the sprint and then struggled in the race. Last night we got the win and clinched the Constructors' Championship. And tonight we got the win and Oscar won the World Championship. And we got George back into 3rd place just as well over Lando Norris. So just 2 rounds remaining. The important fights are now done. The titles have been decided. 3rd is still wide open though. Just 4 points between George and Lando means that is going to go down to the wire, as you can see. And there is still an outside chance that George could potentially beat Esteban Ocon. If he has a retirement, that will certainly bring George into the equation. More likely than not, he's going to be fighting for 3rd place only with Lando. But until it's mathematically ruled out, you can't rule it out. No. And I hope you'll join me tomorrow at the usual time of 8 p.m. for round 23, the penultimate race of the season. Don't forget, I will be streaming the final round of the season live on YouTube on Saturday at 5 p.m. So that will be replacing my usual sort of Twitch stream on Saturday, so that we can get the season finished and then start the season anew, season 4, on Monday at our usual evening time again. So I do hope you'll join me for that as well. I will be doing some streaming on Sunday on Twitch, just not entirely sure what time yet, but I'll probably be streaming some ETS. So again, hope you'll join me for that. If you need the links to that channel, then all those channels, then in my about phase, or about section, my links section here on YouTube, you can find the link to my Twitch profile. You can find the link to my new PC only channel, which is coming with its first bit of footage very, very soon. And you know, if you have enjoyed tonight's race, please do drop a like. If you've enjoyed the season as a whole, please drop a like. And if you're not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing as well. Until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager very soon.